easy go.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me! Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
Don't blink! Huh? With sword comes shadow.
Cook this through.
Don't blink!
Killjoy, we've only just begun. I miscalculated.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Speed of light! Huh? With
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How dare you? Snatch knives, diplomat. We'll answer for this afterward. Every last one.
speed of light! Hey!
Say this quickly!
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many between two! We can't
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
To the chase!
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is gentle energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Karst! Wow, it's a Madame shockwave! This granny's really strong! With sword comes shadow.
My duty at an end.
Don't blink!
This isn't good.
Speed of light! Huh? With sword comes shadow.
This is alright. I guess.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War! So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Child, you're strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
No excuse for slacking.
Amuse myself. Cut to the chase. Look at me. Speed of light. Cut to the chase. Incoming.
Some quiet. Cook this.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak. In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right? Don't blink! Over here! The sword comes down! Speed of light! With sword comes shadow!
My work.
Incoming! Hey!
Look at me.
With sword comes shadow! Speed of light! The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace!
Let's fight.
Speed of light!
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed the effects of the sigil. It will be some time.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be...
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloudred. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already... At first, it was only the size of a... It is a testament to Ningguang's entire... Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue.
Well, I was really hoping you would say that... Thank you all for hearing me out.
Oh?
3,700 years. Even to this very day. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today do not merely cast your protective gaze upon...
Are you questioning our means of protecting
I mean no offense. I simply hope that
Forebears, you say? One doubts you...
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared...
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the... I also thought to tell him how the past generation... But I dared not speak.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Out?
Right. That's something that the Animal Archon sought to quell the...
Each of the 7 nations has its...
Though your point is the very height, as Adepti, we've become a laughingstock.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid...
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I thought this battle would perhaps... Although I am a mere...
Huh? Why does...
Weren't you...
I wasn't afraid. When danger is near, thanks for protecting Liyue.
Unfortunately, we would...
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh.
You see, this is the country of contracts, although their blood is the time of contract.
Your line of inquiry is askew...
Seems like the Adepti...
Let us return now.
Eager to leave.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contract... Fair enough. Oh.
Since we Adepti have consent, but how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will...
All right, Mooncarve.
Looks like the conflict Oh, right! Child wanted to unleash... But we were able to... Oh, and speaking of that... Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you?
We've come to see Zhongli.
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't...
Doesn't the Northland Last time we saw Zhong, do you think he doesn't know? We had better go and
Jewelry's out of stock, but we have some new items in.
You call this cooperation between...
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And
It's you two. I believe we've met. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard.
no, don't let her get to. You've yet to gather the powers of all, so it might be best to keep things peaceful.
Well, if it isn't you two, this is our.
Paimon knew that we.
Oh, now don't. Besides, I thought we were getting nothing personal. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually,
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now,
What in the world are you talking?
The contract is fulfilled.
how sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract.
yeah, you don't think you went a little.
Gathering all the.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best, as you know. I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6, even boldered, until one drizzly. I stood motionless,
Oh, Zhongli.
but as I began to consider was Liyue, so I feigned my own death. Indeed I was. That's right.
So you mean
Of course. And it would have been just as a child quickly.
I was pleasantly surprised. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause. And hats off to the emissary dispatched. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli. These things were all a part of my script. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. They seized the opportunity to Ha! On the contrary,
hey, what about me?
I think that thanks would be. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortal.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, Maki? Be that as it may, you've come out of this.
Well then, with the Gnosis and.
Fine. I'll meet.
Do as you wish.
now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
right? As Zhongli always told us, a good
Realistically speaking, there is.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, my agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the G. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa, uncover that answer for yourself.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Don't blink! Hey!
Huh? Go!
This is a peaceful neighborhood.
Go!
Oh, well, since we're so wrecked. Oh, come, there's only one real pot. Fatui. They. Shh! Lower your.
You know that god from the ocean?
Yes, and to think that this happened right up.
Say, do you think the...
Now that you mention, I mean it all. Still, what?
Ah, forget it. Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars, aged gods and adepti live rumors and hearsay of having been thwarted in his nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
So that's how something feels off. What could the Qixing already have known that? Did Zhongli tell them in secret after? Exactly, right? Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they?
As said previously, Rex Lapis' soul returning to the
3,700 years of contracts.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous.
Long, unending.
Now that we have awoken, will you stand with us?
So concludes the words of her. Does Her Eminence the
She look
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, name your price. You. Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Roping you in with...
If you were looking for...
The cleanup of the
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their and here you are looking up.
Why would I not feel more right, if the two of you can...
Ha! That sounds like big talk.
You're right. I do.
But why would Morax...
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to... When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand...
Oh, no wonder! But since you weren't used to not being able to just...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money in the City of Commerce. The Archon Morax could never experience... I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. That is true.
Paimon thinks...
I fear that continuing your journey... Yes. The nation... The Electro-Archon...
Paimon thinks...
That is the case. And...
That said, though Zhongli, since you're...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and... This is what visions are. Magical foci, bestowed...
That's how people in Tibet...
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun...
Vision hunted?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders.
They want to seize visions. But what?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes...
Whoa.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contract. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have... Knowing her, she must have again quoted 7 ideals for 7 gods. All right then. Was there anything else you wished to... That said, the reason why the Qixing... I hinted as much to the... How did I accomplish? All right then. Was there anything else you wished? Well then...